Hi everyone, my name is Stephanie. I work for Viator, a TripAdvisor company. In this video, I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to register your host agency on Viator's Travel Agent Platform. So here we are on the home page. You'll see Viator Travel Agents. That's the logo you want to be looking for. If you are having trouble finding the right site, there's an intro video on the Resource Center that we did that just guides you through making sure you're on the right site to earn commission. There's a few ways to go to the sign up page. So you'll see if you scroll down here, there's a sign up button, and there's also one at the top corner. So this is where it takes you to register. You'll see three options. We are going to focus on the agency option, and we'll go through the steps of these other two in different videos. So for now, we're just going to click on register your business. So now that we're here at the spot where you need to fill in your information, I want to make sure that you have your information handy to complete the process. You'll need quite a few numbers, so it would make sense if you have all that ready before you start this sign up process. So you'll need things like any accreditation numbers you want to include in your profile, agency address and phone number, agency bank account information, like a beneficiary address, tax ID number, bank name, branch address, account holder name, account number, routing number. If you use an intermediary bank, you'll need that information as well. And then your tax information, like your social security number, employment identification number. You'll be filling out a W-9 form at the end of this process. So once you have everything ready to go, we can get started. So after we clicked on register your business, this is the next step to provide some contact information. So you'll put in your name. In this case, I've made some creative names. Agency owner. You'll want to put in your agency name. Fun in the Sun Travel. You'll want to put in your email address. This is what you'll use to log in each time that you go to book something. So in this case, host agency. Next, you'll want to put in a phone number in case we need to reach you. Pick a country from the drop-down menu. You'll see we have a lot of options for you. In this case, we're just going to stick with the US. Keep it simple for now. Put in your phone number, and then you're good to go. That's the basic contact info. Next, we'll put in an accreditation number. This will be tied to your account profile. It'll be different than the host ID number you'll receive once you complete the registration. You'll see here it gives examples on what number you can use. Just pick whichever one you feel like putting in there. It doesn't really matter for this process. And then please note, if you're a hotel or a vacation rentals owner, you have specific instructions here on what number to use. So in this case, I'll just put in a made-up number for the process of education. Next, you'll enter your agency address. Again, I'm being very creative here. Atlanta, Georgia. You'll be able to find the country in the drop-down that shows up once you start typing. Now this is the important part of this last step here, commission payment currency. You can only pick this once. It can't be changed once the registration is complete. So if you want to be paid in US dollars, you want to pick USD from the drop-down menu. You'll see we have several options. If you want to be paid in Canadian dollars, you can do that. Anything, the pound, euro, wherever you might be based, you can pick that. For this purpose, I'm going to pick USD, keep it simple, and then we'll continue. Okay, now we're on to the banking details. This part is important because this is what we need to issue commission payments. We all want to get paid, so let's really pay attention to this part. First step here is to put in the beneficiary address. So your agency address or whatever address was used to set up the bank account for your agency. In this case, I'll put 123 Travel Way. City is Atlanta. We'll put in Georgia. We'll pick the US from this drop-down menu. Once I find it, you'll see it kind of changes the form a little, so we'll go back and put in the state, Georgia, and then the zip code 332. If you want, you can put in a phone number, but it's optional. For now, I'll leave it blank. You'll want to put in your business ID. Keeping it creative here. And you'll see the currency is listed as USD, something you can't change. So if you made a mistake and need to go back and fix it, you will have to go back and fill out the information again. Just make sure you pick the correct currency that you want to be paid in. So before we continue, I want to go back up here. In this area, you'll want to put in the email address of anyone you want to receive notification of the commission remittance. You can put up to 10 email addresses if you'd like. For this, I'll only put one. So host agency. If you want to put more, you see the plus button here. You could take it away as well. So the next step now is if you have an intermediary bank to receive payment. If yes, you'll see it prompts you to put in some additional information. That is the intermediary bank information I mentioned earlier. Depending on what kind of credit instructions you need for the bank, that all just depends on what your situation is. So for this, I'm going to hit no, and we can continue on our way. Next, we need the bank information. So this is where your commission payments are going. So you'll put your bank name, big bank, again, super creative here. Branch address is important. You put the address of the bank where your account is located. So if you're using a big national bank, they'll have a lot of different branches. Just make sure you put in the information for your particular account. So in this case, I'll say we're on a banking drive in Atlanta. We'll leave the state blank for now. You'll see there's a drop down here like we had before. Put in the zip code. So once you pick your country from the drop down, it will adjust the form a little bit. So here we can go and pick Georgia for the state. There's a few different payment methods here. You want to pick one of these. Some agencies might have a business account, so in this case, I'll pick that one. But you'll see there's a couple other options here for you. And then you'll put in your routing number. Just put something in here, make sure it's 9 digits. And a SWIFT number if applicable. In this case, we don't need it. And then the last part of this step is to put in the account holder name. In this case, I'm the owner of the agency, so I'll put my name, agency owner, and then the account number. And we'll hit continue. Okay, we're almost done. The last part of registration is tax forms. We need this information. It's required by law before we can pay you, so it's pretty important that this gets done. If you're a U.S. citizen, a U.S. resident, or a U.S. business, you can select the yes option here. If not, the no option prompts some additional questions to get you to the right forms. In this case, I will pick yes, and that takes us to the W-9 form. So this part is just filling out a regular W-9 form. A lot of you have probably already done this for various reasons before. This is just an electronic version. If you need more information or instructions, there's a link here that takes you to some official publications from the IRS if you have questions about anything. So here, if you're the business owner, you'll put in your name. In this case, I am the agency owner. Put in your business name, Fun in the Sun Travel. And then you'll pick the option that makes sense for your company. In this case, I'll say LLC. Then you'll put in your business address. This is Travel Way in Atlanta, Georgia, United States. You'll see it gives you the option to select once you start typing. 30332. Then you'll put in your social security number or your employer number, whatever makes sense for your situation. In this case, I'll just put in those numbers. And this is just as if you were signing the actual physical W-9. So read through that, make sure that everything is true and correct in the form. You'll put in your name, agency owner, with the capital. Hit submit. Prompts you to agree to Viator's terms and conditions. Nothing crazy, it's pretty standard. You'll just want to make sure you read through everything, certify that you've read it, and you accept. And that's it. You'll get a confirmation email, so we'll check that out next. So you'll see on this confirmation page, it says you'll get a confirmation email, so we'll take a look at that in a second. But here you'll see this is your agency ID. This is what you'll give all of your agency members to register with when they sign up for the travel agent platform. So you can make note of it here, 29551, or you'll have it in the confirmation email that we see here. So we'll take a look at this. Here you see you're registered and confirmed, and here is the agency ID. So this is, again, what your members are going to need when they sign up as a member of your agency. We'll go through that process in a separate video. But just to complete the registration process, you'll want to verify your email and create your password. So you can pick whatever password you want here. Continue. And you're signed in. And that's where you go to earn commission on everything you book. So in the next series, we'll go through how to sign up as a member of a host agency. But for now, feel free to browse the site, take a look at our products, and book amazing experiences for your clients.